back, everybody, to Makefield Highlands Golf Academy. I'm Dave Smith. I'm the Director of Player Development, and today I wanted to go over a couple things with you on grip. In our lessons, I see a lot of players, hundreds of players, and each of them are holding the club slightly differently. The ones who are doing the best, however, are going to be holding the golf club the way I'm going to show you, which is very much in the fingers. Okay, so there are a couple different grips that we use in golf, and the three main grips are: one, a 10-finger grip; two, what we call an overlapping grip; and three, an interlocking grip. Now, no one grip is absolute for everybody, okay? Each of these grips have different characteristics that will help players. So in the 10-finger grip, the idea is it's a very simple way to start. The player will hold the club in all 10 fingers, and the thumbs will just go right down the top of the shaft, okay? And it's a very reasonable way to start. It helps players to get the flow of golf, get in, hit shots, and not be super specific with their hands and how they hold the club. So for beginners, I say great. But for you more advanced players, we have the overlapping grip, and then we have the interlocking grip. And those two grips differ in the way that it's about the size of the player's hands. For me, I choose to use an interlocking grip because I feel that it helps me stay connected. For players that have longer fingers, it's probably easier for them to create that connection and just overlap the pinky between the index finger and the middle finger of the left hand, if they are right-handed, okay? The left hand for us right-handers, we're going to call the anchor hand, and that hand is the hand you would wear the glove on. For left-handers, the anchor hand would be the right hand. Now, what I'd like to do is, if we zoom in on my glove, I'm going to show you a couple of markings on the glove. On the top side of the glove, you'll see that I have marked the two knuckles of the index finger and the middle finger, and then I've drawn an arrow between the thumb and the index finger. The idea of a good grip is to hold the club in the fingers. This is so very important. So in your anchor hand, please hold the golf club in the fingers, all right? And that's why I've lined my glove with a marker, a Sharpie marker. I'm gonna grab it with my fingers and then fold the thumb over, which means that for the more advanced players, the thumb should actually fall slightly to the right of the handle for right-handed players. So when we think about this, we'll talk about the top of the grip as 12 o'clock. For right-handers, the thumb should fall between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, which means this arrow here will point to my right shoulder. Again, this is for right-handers. For left-handers, it would be opposite. The thumb would fall at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, okay? And then the arrow for a left-hander would go to the left shoulder. Once again, when working on your grip, you must make sure, you have to make sure that the golf club falls in the fingers. So then what do we do with the other hand? Okay, we have our anchor hand on there, and the right hand for right-handed players we have a lifeline between the palm pad and the thumb pad, and that is the connection to the anchor hand right at the thumb. So if we look at this as we get a little bit of a close-up here, the lifeline here will connect to the thumb, and again with the right hand, the club will fall into my fingers, which means now my thumb of my right hand is going to sit just slightly on top, or probably to 11 o'clock on the grip. Here's a straight on look at that. As you can see, the golf club lays solely in my fingers. And the reason for that is that gives me my fingers have the most dexterity. I can then feel the weight of the golf club in my hand, and I can have better control over the club head. So let's review real quick. 1, make sure that in your anchor hand you hold the golf club in the fingers. 2, have your thumb to the right side of the shaft for right-handed players. That would be 2 or 3 o'clock. 3, see 2 dots or the top 2 knuckles, or even, if we want to talk about the glove you wear, the tab on the glove. Make the connection with the right hand at the lifeline, which is between the thumb pad and the palm pad of the right hand for right-handed players. Again, both hands will hold the golf club in the fingers. The connection of the golf club with your hands is needed to hold and make sure that we control the face. We are trying in the golf grip to make the 2 hands become one. Use this video, go over it a couple times. Try to place your golf club in the fingers for your grip. We will do more next time on our grip as we continue the series. Thanks for visiting me here at Makefield Highlands Golf Academy. I'm Dave Smith. Keep practicing.